So, so I want to delve into this, right? How did this school of thought, which is Dvaita or Advaita, how did that impact your belief system? Because again, it just comes back to saying, how can those belief systems change where you are right now? Like, for example, I don't know if I'd consider myself so far gone like, oh, absolutely freaking atheist or whatever. But like, again, it just comes down to me having a perspective, and I want to see how this might have impacted you to see if like, can that impact happen in my life, or can a similar school of thought help shape my belief system?
Brilliant question. It did change my belief system slightly, but again, same path, same goal. My introduction was through Dvaita, through ISKCON, where I believed in something, believed in the soul, believed in the afterlife or reincarnation. But then once I started getting into Advaita through Vedanta, I started understand the concepts of karma, of dharma, of a much broader concept of life as it is.
Okay.
Dvaita, I was in it for a while, and then it got a bit to me because ISKCON is all about worshipping Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Yeah. Okay.
All the supporters sing Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, like they mostly focus only on bhakti, which is professing love to God, to a higher.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great.
It's about what works for whom, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I found a route where there was more asking questions, more knowledge, more jnana, and through asking questions, you're going to get answers. You don't get answers just by singing the Lord's name.
Yeah.
It might not be satisfying enough for everyone. It might be for some people, but for me, I found something else that made me go deeper. Yeah.
So, what do you find when you went deeper? Like, was it like because of your?
Sorry, I don't know why.
Unfiltered.
I've got a fucked up mind.
Edit.
No, so like when you.
I was just imagining some graphics like floating by the screen. You guys
like
are
censored.
crazy, dude.
Yeah. 100%. No, but like basically when you went deeper, like I totally understand and I totally believe the same thing as you. Like for some people, like a very not a surface belief, but like a very lateral form of worship in the sense that you glorify this, you get the answers you want, satisfies some people, and for some people they are so like wrapped in not self-doubt, I would say, like they want to know more. It's like critical thinking, and like they just want more of an answer. And I guess like each person is wired a different way. So like when you dove deeper, how exactly did you do it and what did you learn?
Easy. Right? Easy question.
Dirty bastard, man.
The guru.
Yeah.
A guru, what does guru mean? Gu is darkness, ru is light. So someone that takes you from darkness to light.
I do not know.
That takes you out of ignorance. That you don't know what's going on. The guru will guide you in the right direction towards the light or wherever.
Yeah.
So I came across a very good teacher of mine who has guided me for this past 1 year.
Okay. Who that?
Introducing Uncle Lavesh. You won't know him.
Yeah.
But he's part of the Chinmaya mission, which is again Advaita Hinduism.
Yeah.
Just like Sadhguru's Isha Foundation. That's also Advaita.
Okay.
And there's so many missions, there's so many Ramakrishna mission, hundreds of missions out there.
Yeah.
And so many teachers as well.
Yeah.
So a guru, a teacher can take you to the next level. Yeah. There's only so much you can do when you try looking for the answers yourself, you try Googling, you try going to temples and through excursions in mountains. You can only learn so much.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need a guru, someone else to point you in the right. Not that you need, and not that you should go looking for a guru. The guru comes and finds you whenever you need it the most.
Okay.
It happens.
And give me the form of like anyone, right?
Anyone or anything. Like animals. Your parents are gurus because they're teachers.
But you found it in that uncle.
Yeah. In a broad concept, anyone who teaches you is a guru. Your high school teacher is a guru.
Right.
But my guru, Uncle Lavesh, he put me on this path, and I still do classes with him every week.
Yeah.
and the conversations we had in our group of like 40 people, it's incredible, you know, the stuff we learn.
Fair
the
enough.
text we go through, like you mentioned the Rig Veda.
Yeah.
We've not looked into that yet, but we're looking at Tattva Bodha and the Gita and other books by Swami Chinmayananda.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful journey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just had one question. Like, you know, I didn't want to like abstract the conversation before, but like, so basically, like all these texts and all the yoga and all that stuff, does it come from Vedic texts, or does Hinduism, like, you know, is Hinduism the spawn of this? Like, what is the first thing that came? Was it the Vedas or was it Hinduism?
Vedas are ancient texts from 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
Before the idea of Hinduism
Yeah.
came the Vedas, these texts.
Okay.
They weren't even texts, they were just
Ideas?
hymns and songs passed down
Okay.
by rishis,
Yeah.
sages. Rishi is someone who can see. Rishis are people who sit in meditation for months, years on end, and just close their eyes and like focus. They look within.
Yeah.
And these rishis have also claimed to have heard the sound Om. When you go so deep in meditation, it's this universal substratum sound.
Yeah.
Om.
Yeah.
So these guys have compiled. I think that's the thing. There's no founder of Hinduism.
Yeah.
There's no one person that said, "Oh, I'm going to create Hinduism," and the whole.
In fact,
thing.
this is the whole thing, that the video that you showed me, right? It was a really cool video. Like, I'll put it up in the description. But like,
yeah,
like, you know, around 5,000 years ago, there's obviously, like, there was no concept of, you know, there was no label put to it, right?
Yeah.
And how back then the concept was basically Santana Dharma and
Sanatana Dharma. It literally means eternal consciousness.
yeah, it was a way of life. Like, you know, there was no label that you're this is it. Like, even within that, there were people who did their own things, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you'd find 7 followers of Shiva doing their own thing in 7 different ways. And, you know, it just came down to that name coming from that Indus Valley thing. It was called the Indus Valley civilization.
That's how India's got its name, Hindustan.
It's a label and a construct when in reality it doesn't need to exist. Like, that whole, like, this whole thing can exist without that tagline of Hinduism. Is what I'm trying to say. That you know, I don't need to call myself a Hindu to adhere to the teachings of Santana Dharma.
Especially in this day and age. You say Hinduism, you say any religion, you're labeled as a fanatic automatically by people.
Yeah,
and believe in that. It's what's caused wars. Religion has caused wars.
Yeah,
it's caused deaths. Millions, hundreds of millions of deaths is caused by religion in the past.
Yeah.
So now to say I'm religious or I believe in a set of rules or beliefs, people think you're crazy because how can you be religious? It's done all this damage to the earth.
I think this ties up with the thing that we were talking before. Like, you know, people who give so much importance to worshipping that god, when it's questioned by another set of beliefs that they have, like, obviously it's the same concept, you know, you love a certain a deity or like a certain belief system, and if it's challenged by another, the people lose, like, you know, they're so scared of losing their faith that they try to end the other one.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Exactly.
I kill you, finished.
Exactly. And it's literally the same thing. That's what's so funny about it.
And
It's
that
like,
existed even within so-called Hinduism. Like, you know, back in like in South India, the whole like
Yeah.
Shaivites and Vaishnavites
I don't
are at
know.
each other's
I
freaking
think
throats.
we have
like,
over
you know.
200,000 gods or something.